Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my paycheck to paycheck budget for the period of February 23rd through March 8th. This video is actually a few days late because it is already the 28th right now. So I really wanted to get this done before this, but I couldn't find the time to do it when my kids were not running around being crazy noisy. So since they're all in bed, well, except my oldest, who is not, but not running around being crazy, I'm gonna try and, knock this out tonight. This is actually my second time trying to start this video, but I forgot to turn the mic on the last one, so yeah, you didn't need to know that, but I just felt like venting that since I've already gone through this spiel, and then now I'm doing it again. But anyhow, that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and start filling out this information, and since I already know what we were paid, since this video is late, I will add that in there as well. I already put in the carryover amount from my last paycheck to paycheck, which was $1,743.17. Now you may be wondering why I haven't just taken that and thrown it to my sinking funds. The reason I didn't is I kind of want to be consistent on when I'm going to do my sinking funds, and I've decided that the best time of the month for me is to do it right before the first paycheck of the month. So in this case, it will be March 8th. So what I'll do is March 8th, take a look at what I have in the bank versus what I need from that first paycheck, or from more than what I get in the first paycheck, basically. And then I will, put things towards sinking funds at that time. So yeah, anyhow, that's how I've figured would work best for our pay structure and everything. So we budgeted $1,700 for my husband's income, nothing for mine. My husband actually brought in $1,826.03, and I brought in $236.18. Let's see. So that is obviously $1,700 for that one. For that, I'm not going to add this up just in case something else comes. For instance, our tax returns, maybe, hopefully, we'll see. But anyhow, so we budgeted $1,700, and he actually brought in $1,826.03, which is $126.03 more. So $126.03. Mine is $236.18. And I know I already know how much we made, and we made more than what I budgeted, but I am still basing this on the budgeted amount. But I'm just putting that in there since I already know it, and I won't forget to do it hopefully later. Our mortgage, I'm gonna go ahead and put the $906, but I made a gigantic payment to it, so I don't think I even have to pay at all this month, because I did throw a ton of money at it, which I will talk about in another video as far as what we did there. But just for right now, I'm gonna put 906 just because I'm just not sure what it's going to be. And our electric is $125. Health insurance, I think it's actually a little less than $30, but I'm gonna put $30. Netflix, I'm going to put $12. Groceries, I'm gonna go ahead and cheat and look at my other half, my paycheck to paycheck from last period, because what I did was I did the monthly, and then I just divided what I had on the monthly by 2 for each pay period. So these numbers should be identical. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy it straight down. So $380 for this pay period for groceries, $25 for restaurant, $100 for gas, $5 for entertainment. I carried over some of the I decided I was gonna carry over like the entertainment and stuff like that, but I don't think I need to put it in this section because that comes out of the 1700. Sorry, I'm just babbling and I really should just be quiet and write. So $5 for entertainment, $20 for personal care for my husband's haircut, $50 for my pocket money for me, $50 for my husband. Still haven't gotten around to making the little chore chart for my kids, so $0 for allowance. I don't think we'll have anything for medical. If we do, it will have to come out of my miscellaneous since I'm putting $0 there. And miscellaneous is $165.65. So assuming my math was right last time, I'm gonna go ahead and put $795.65 is what we budgeted for our variable expenses. So that is, I mean, it was a pretty easy budget this time just because it was basically copying this one identically as far as the, you know, variable expenses. I did already start spending some money, so since this is a few days into it, we've already spent some money on groceries, so you can see groceries and some miscellaneous things on our little spent stickers. So our balance as of Friday, which today's Wednesday, but I don't think we've spent anything since then, is $220.94 for me. And the reason mine's higher than my $50 budgeted is I carried over, if I can find it, I carried over what I had left in my pocket money, I guess, from my last paycheck to paycheck. So I had $50 budgeted for this month, plus the $171.83 that was left over from that other pay period. So I had $221.83 to start with, so that's why that number's higher. And then I also made a return to Walmart just recently, so I get that back too. My husband's is actually higher, same deal. He starts with 50, but he had like 30 left. Gas is 100, groceries, or not groceries, restaurants 25. I didn't do a carryover on groceries. We did have leftover money from groceries, but I didn't do a carryover. So right now we're at $238.28, and miscellaneous, we also had a little bit left in miscellaneous, but I also didn't do a carryover on that. So we're at $169.55. So hopefully we'll kind of stay on this streak of having more money left over each, you know, period. Although I do have my eye on a new printer, so that will probably wipe every bit of money I have in my little spending money thing. Oh, on that note, I did mention in my previous video, or the last paycheck to paycheck budget, I think, that I was considering buying a Cricut, and I forgot to mention in my review that I did. I bought a Cricut so that I can make these stickers. I've had you guys requesting these like spent stickers and the little balance sheet stickers, so I did buy a Cricut. I haven't opened the box yet. I have no idea how to use the thing, so when I get good at it, I will let you guys know. I still think I want to do the printables, that way you guys can download them and print them out as much as you want. Since these are like rectangular stickers, it's a little bit easier than like the funny weird shaped ones that it's a lot easier to have the kiss cut than like these rectangular ones you can cut out or even punch if you have one of those Happy Planner punches. Although I will say those boxes that they punch out are smaller than these little sections here, but not like terrible. I mean, it's just a little smaller, so if that bothers you, you may not want to get one of those punches, but yeah, if you have one, you can, you know, use that if I do the digital download thing of it. I also have started working on the budget printables that I have had requests for. I've kind of said I've been delaying actually making that available because I keep tweaking it to make it to where I feel like it's more functional. So I'm gonna give it a couple more, maybe like a month or so more, to make sure I don't have any other changes that I want to make to it. If you have any suggestions or anything specific you'd like to see in any of these like paycheck to paycheck budgets or monthly budget sheets, let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to take that into consideration and see if I need to tweak it in that way. That's pretty much it for the budget. I have already put the stickers in, I think, for at least the end of this month. When I do my monthly video, I will put in like my stickers on here. I do know of a couple expenses that are going to end up coming out of my miscellaneous. Was my daughter has a field trip at the end of the year, but they want the money now, and then my son has his yearbook that I need to do. But that's really it for the paycheck to paycheck. Since I kind of cheated and used my math from the last paycheck to paycheck budget, since it's identical for this pay period. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Oh yeah, I was gonna zoom in because I have been told I don't do this enough, so you guys can't see the numbers. So I am going to attempt to do that without shaking the camera too much. All right, so then I'm just gonna move the paper because moving the camera is not a thing. So yeah, this is our budget for right now. Oh, and also I wanted to mention, I've had some comments and questions about how come I don't have like a cell phone bill in here or anything like that. Like, so I don't have cell phone, I don't have a car bill, and I don't have like credit cards or anything like that on this. And the reason I don't have my cell phone on here is because it comes out of our paycheck. It's through our company. They have a company cell phone plan or whatever. So it's deducted before we even get our paycheck. So that I don't have to worry about. It just, it just comes out. Car payment, we don't have any car payments. We paid off both of our cars. And credit cards, I don't have any, I've never had student loans, and I don't have any credit card debt anymore. We, at one point in our lives in our early 20s, so about, 10 years ago, we had about over $50,000 worth of credit card debt, and over, I want to say like 20 something to $30,000 in car debt. We were in massive like financial trouble. We were in, like, most of that credit card debt was in collections because we handled ourselves very, very poorly. But we found a Ramsey. I found a Ramsey when I was driving to and from work, or from work, I guess, and it completely changed my life. So it got me into that like mind frame of we got to get out of this. It's, it was ridiculous. We were young and stupid and made very, very bad decisions. That 50 something thousand, or the 80 with the cars, that was on top of blowing $20,000 that we got from the sale of our home, and I can't even remember, like $15,000 or something from my husband's 401k that we cashed out and paid the penalties for and everything. We were living off of that, the 30 something, $40,000, and then also went into $50,000 worth of credit card debt. So we made some really, really terrible decisions early on in our marriage. And it's when we had children at the time. We had one. We had our daughter at the time too. So it was a scary time, and that's why we don't have credit cards or credit card debt, is because I got out of it. We got out of that situation, and I will never, ever, ever go back into it. I will never use a credit card again. I know that, for credit scores and all this stuff, they like to see that. I don't want to do it again. A majority of America is in like massive amounts of consumer debt. So it's just not something I want to get back into. I know that I probably could handle it responsibility wise now that I'm older and I've gone through that, and I don't think I would get into that situation again. However, it's just not something I want to do. I don't feel comfortable. We already own our home now, so we don't have to worry about, getting a good credit score to get a house. And if we, want to upgrade homes, not that we can afford to anyway, but if we were to try and do that later, we would have to cross that road when it came, because I just don't want to do that again. I have had requests on a video on how we got out of debt, and I really am. I promise I'm working on that. I pulled out because I kept all of the stuff that we had with the creditors and the collection agencies. I kept all of it because I'm so afraid of somebody saying we didn't pay something off or whatever at some point in our lives. I also have all the paperwork on, I'm gonna zoom this out, sorry. On the insolvency. If you don't know what that is when you get, do a deal with a collection agency or whatever and they forgive debt, that forgiven debt is counted as income. So you may have to pay a crud load on your taxes. And the way that you, I guess, get out of that is by proving that you were insolvent, which means you couldn't pay that debt. So there's a lot of paperwork and it is not fun to do. We did it ourselves, or I did it. I do have a little bit of accounting background. My mom is an accountant, so that helped, to have that knowledge, but I did do all of that, and it is not a fun process. Dealing with creditors is not a fun process, but it's what we wanted to do as opposed to filing bankruptcy. I mean, I'm pretty sure that would have been considered the easy way out in that situation, but it's just not something I wanted to do. So anyhow, that was a complete tangent and I'm sorry about that. But like I said, I am working on that. I know I've had some requests on that. So I promise I really am, working on how to do that, that video and how it would actually be helpful to be in a way that would be helpful to people other than just me babbling like I currently am. But anyhow, so I'm just gonna end this because I'm just rambling at this point. So if you have any questions or comments, leave those down below. I would be happy to answer anything I possibly can. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing and checking back in with me. I will be doing another video on my monthly budget. Like I said, I do a monthly and then I split it up into two. So I'll be doing a monthly video, hopefully sooner than later, since tomorrow is March. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because again, I am rambling. All right, thanks guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.